All right, Bob Cusack is here, editor-in-chief of our partners at The Hill. All right, Bob, we know how voters feel about the age issue. You separate the politics from the politicking here.
Yeah.
How much does it hurt President Biden that he can't sort of avail himself of everything the presidency offers?
I think it's a real problem for this White House. There's no doubt about it. I mean, Hillary Clinton said age should be a factor that voters consider. And I think in the debt limit showdown, he wasn't talking to the press. Who was talking to the press? Kevin McCarthy. And Kevin McCarthy, I think, won that negotiation, even though a lot of the conservatives don't think he won. This is a legitimate issue. Remember, also Biden, he campaigned in 2020 from the basement. He can't do that in 2024.
No, you have to be out there. And we saw him today at the end of an MSNBC interview, 3 p.m. on a Thursday. He walked off the set. It was pretty awkward how he walked off. Take a look.
Mr. President, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate
it's great to have you.
Thank you.
I don't know. I mean, it seems a little, it's not exactly typically in television. You wait until the break's over, but okay.
Yeah.
I mean, fine. It brings up sort of this different point, though. Jen Psaki, the president's former press secretary, kind of made her own joke about when you can schedule the president. Take a listen.
It's important to note President Biden does nothing at 9 a.m. He is a night owl. So the fact that he is doing this at 9 a.m. anyway speaks to how vital the White House recognizes it is for him to have his voice out there, conveying that to the American public.
If night owl is before 6 p.m., okay.
Yeah.
But, and I like ... Even his own staff is now having to admit this, his biggest supporters.
You know, when you talk to Democrats, Leland, privately, they're concerned about Joe Biden. They weren't to a point where they were not concerned in 2020. He's obviously
They weren't even
older.
concerned a year or two ago.
No,
I mean, things have definitely changed.
Things have changed, and at the same time, he did better than expected. Democrats are kind of stuck because they can't. I mean, other than RFK Jr., Marianne Williamson, there's not going to be a prominent other Democrat that's going to seriously challenge him for the nomination.
Yeah, we say that now, and you
never know.
And you never know. I mean, you think about what happened in 1968 is a little bit of history. But again, okay, he can't run from the basement. He was in New York for a fundraiser in the afternoon. It sort of seems to be his thing to be able to get home for bedtime. But what's the White House's plan when you've got a convention and then you've got whoever the Republican is out there day in, day out campaigning?
Right.
We know this is the schedule Donald Trump keeps. How do they say he's ready for another 4 years if he can't act like every other presidential candidate has?
And a lot of politicians, including Bill Clinton, say when they made mistakes, they were tired. When you're campaigning, you've got to be out there. You've got to be going 24/7, basically. Biden can't do that at his age. Most people can't in their 80s. So that's understandable, but you've got to be out there. And obviously we saw, he makes gaffes, and the more he's out there, the more mistakes he's going to make. And
this week. To be fair, we all hope
we all make mistakes too.
Well, yeah, but to be fair, we also all hope we're doing that well at 80 years old.
No kidding.
Hey, it's not bad if that's where life is, especially his golf game's pretty good these days. But I think about that, he can't do local television interviews. He goes, all these cities, typically a president who's running for re-election shows up, does local TV interviews. They're safe. They don't get softball questions, and 2 or 3 towns a day.
Yep.
There's no way that's happening.
No, it's not going to happen, and the staff is kind of protecting him, I think, and that's maybe they've decided, well, we need him out there, but there's too much risk if we send him out there. It's a real problem.
Yeah, and it seems as though every time it happens, they kind of, it's like they put their toe in the water, bring him back, put their toe in the water, bring him back.
Right, and is he going to do a series of interviews now? He definitely needs to do more press interviews. He's not been press friendly. Trump, you can criticize Trump, and the media criticized him. He's press friendly.
Right, he's there.
He's not afraid of the press.
No, I mean, I remember standing out on the Marine One rope line and running out of questions.
Right.
It was like a Saturday. He's like, hey, you guys got anything else? Nope. All right, Bob, good to see you.
Leland,
Thank you very much.
You.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.